pop it, pull it, twist it, commit tax evasion,
What?
rob a bank, hijack a plane, delete your YouTube channel, you fucking loser. Do it, do it, do it.
What? Man, I'm so bored. I wish I had my Switch to play, but Tiger still hasn't shipped it back to me yet.
And I never will.
Wait a minute, isn't the Switch 2 coming out? What the fuck? Wow, this may really be the first Nintendo console I don't buy at launch.
Play with me, Dylan. Please play with me. I have Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess also in HD.
Besides the Wii U.
Introducing the Switch 2, now with graphics so real you'll try to blow on the cartridge and your therapist. Not just a console, it's a legally gray excuse to avoid your responsibilities. You will buy the Switch 2, not because you need it, but because your thumbs whisper to you in your sleep. It plays games, chats with friends, and may or may not be controlling your dreams. But that's fine. That's fine. You are getting sleepy, and now you desire 4K Mario at 60 frames a second. Buy the Switch 2, or live forever knowing you missed out on a portable Elden Ring.
I mean, how else am I going to play the only new first-party game from Nintendo without a Switch 2?
It's me, Mario.
$2.99.
The Switch 2 is strange. On one hand, it is the brand new console from Nintendo. On the other hand, it feels like an upgrade more than just a whole new console. This is the first release for Nintendo that doesn't feel like a true next-gen experience. At least for now. I've had the Switch 2 for a little over a few weeks, and in today's episode of Nostalgia Road, I'm going to take a deep dive into just how I feel about Nintendo's newest console. Oh man, I am so excited. I can't wait to play Switch 2 Welcome Tour when I get home.
2 hours later.
Oh my god, what is taking so long?
Some asshole is coming to pick up their Wii U, which they pre-ordered back in 2012.
I got my Wii U finally! Fuck yeah!
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Can't wait to play Nintendo Land.
Man, even after all of that, I sure can't wait to play the Switch 2. I guess I can't wait to play the Switch 2 tomorrow? Unboxing the Switch 2 is a very familiar experience. Appearance-wise, the system is really just the same as its older brother, even down to the console being at the top of the box, so it can be punctured by, oh geez, I don't know, maybe a staple? Yikes. The system itself, though, is a nice refresh from the Switch 1. They upgraded the rumble, power, and graphics to help boost the game quality up to what most compare it to a PS4 Pro or Xbox One X. The dock even has a 4K option as well as an Ethernet port. Smash Bros. Pros rejoice. Yay. When it comes to Nintendo, they've always done things a little differently. While Sony and Microsoft were busy building online ecosystems, Nintendo was out here saying, what if Mario turned into a cat? But with the Switch 2, they're finally catching up to 2012 and introducing two shockingly modern features, GameShare and GameChat. Yes, the company that once made you use a smartphone app to talk to your friends has finally realized that maybe, just maybe, the console itself should be a part of the conversation. So let's start with GameChat, Nintendo's long overdue answer to the question, why can't I talk to people? Gone are the days of juggling a second device like some kind of gaming air traffic controller. Switch 2 brings native voice and text chat, full party lobbies, and even emoji reactions so you can passive-aggressively respond when your teammate jumps off the map in Smash. It's the social experience Nintendo players have been dreaming about. The camera is straight from 2007. LimeWire not included. But the hell? I didn't start a game chat.
Hey, wait a second. Weren't you talking shit all weekend long about the Switch 2 at Midwest Gaming Classic?
Maybe.
Then why the hell did you buy one?
Because you stole mine.
No. Cut the crap. This is my Switch. Yours was the Zelda one. You're such a Nintendo fanboy. In fact, I think you owe me money because if I recall, you threw up all over our hotel room at Midwest Gaming Classic and I got fined.
Peace and quiet. Now, where was I? Nintendo actually dedicated a whole button on their new Switch 2 Pro controller for GameChat. See that little C on it? It stands for chat. Get it? Anyways, I'm using my old Pro 1 controller since it's still compatible. The only downside is that you can't turn the Switch 2 on with it. That's right, Nintendo made it so you have to spend $85 in order to be able to turn on your Switch with your controller and join group chats.
You can't keep getting away with it!
Then there's GameShare. This lets you lend your digital games to a friend remotely. Think Netflix, but for Zelda. No more awkwardly swapping carts like it's 2005, and no more trying to game the system with multiple accounts and a spreadsheet. If the game offers it, you'll be able to play multiplayer with your friends. And given Nintendo's past online stability, I was surprised that it worked pretty well, besides the fact that the game's quality drops down to 720p. It's a friendly feature, it's easy, and frankly, it's the kind of feature that makes you say, wait, this wasn't already a thing? One of the long-awaited features from Nintendo was the GameCube games, and Nintendo delivered. 3. I mean, who would pick just 3 games for the GameCube Classic launch?
Man, I can't believe Nintendo wants me to pick the games for the GameCube Classic's launch. Huh, alright, let's see what I can pick. Perfect.
Those 3 games, you ask? Wind Waker, Soul Calibur 2, and F-Zero GX. All great games and fantastic add-ons to the Nintendo Classic library on Switch. But I feel for a brand new console they could have given us more than a few.
I think it's f***ing stock. Which part of that is unclear to you?
Especially when there's only one brand new first-party game. I could go more into it, but my good buddy GameCube Galaxy did an amazing in-depth video on it, and I encourage you to go check it out. Man, now that I'm all showered for the first time in months, it's time to go look at the Switch 2 games. Most video game launchers only include a handful of first-party games, and that is to be expected. They decided to put out a multiplayer game as their launch title for their flagship console. When it comes to the third-party launch games, it's games that have been out for years. The last of the games that came out at launch, if you want to call them games, are the Nintendo upgrades. The free upgrades are great and feel like just enough improvements to make you go back and play them in 4K. The paid ones, however, not so much. To be fair, it is only a $10 upgrade if you already own the game, but if you're buying Tears of the Kingdom for the first time, you'll be paying $80 for a copy.
He can't keep getting away!
So Mario Kart has gone open world. With the launch of Switch 2, Nintendo decided to take the series in a new direction. I mean, where else can you go from having pretty much every map on one game? And the result is Mario Kart World. It's still the game you remember, just stretched across one big interconnected map, and honestly, it works better than I expected. This isn't just a list of new tracks. Everything is stitched together, cities, forests, deserts, all forming a single explorable space. You can hop into free roam, drive around at your own pace, and stumble across hidden challenges, shortcuts, or just cool spots to take screenshots. Then when you're ready to race, it shifts into high gear. The races now support 24 players, and there are new mechanics like wall riding and something called charge jump, which is basically a fancy way to chain boosts if you time it right. Gameplay-wise, most of the modes you expect are still there. Grand Prix, Time Trials, Versus Mode, Battle Mode. But there are also 2 big additions. One's called Knockout Tour, where racers get eliminated at checkpoints. Overall, Mario Kart World is a step forward. It runs great, 60 frames handheld and up to 4K docked, and it looks sharp without overdoing it. The few gripes I have on it are that the 24 players can be too much at times. Free roam feels a bit empty, and all you really do is drive around. And some of the tracks involve long straightaways, which is the most boring thing you could put in a Mario Kart game. On the other hand, though, they added a cow. Aw, he's so adorable!
Your mother sucks cocks in hell.
Still, the core racing is as fun as ever, and the new setting gives the series some room to breathe. It may not be a revolution some people expected, but it's a smart evolution. If this is the future of Mario Kart, I'm okay with that. A few tweaks here and there and we're good to go. Just maybe put a single player game next to it for the launch. Now I really can't remember the last time a video game company sold a demo to fans. Hell, even Sony gave the PS5 a 5-hour platformer with Astro's Playroom for the price of free $99. But the craziest thing about it is that Nintendo used to be the kings of a free game at launch. You had Super Mario Bros. With the NES, Super Mario World with the Super Nintendo, and Tetris with the Game Boy. And who can forget Wii Sports with the Wii? That game alone was worth $10.
Dude, you broke.
But with modern day consumerism comes price tags on what should be free things. So let's take a look at the Switch 2's tech demo, the Welcome Tour. How are you going to charge a consumer $400 for a console and not include this? This tech demo is nightmare fuel. All you are doing the entire time is walking around a giant Switch 2 looking at the buttons, taking quizzes, and once in a while playing a minigame. This is not fun. For the love of God, do not buy this. Thankfully, we have more first-party games from Nintendo to check out, right? Right? Right. Overall, the Switch 2 is fun and a much-needed refresh to the flagship Nintendo console. I have been having a blast with Editor Josh playing Mario Kart and even going back to play Mario Odyssey. But for the first time since the Wii U, I feel like I didn't have a need to race out and buy Nintendo's newest console.
More than $1 million worth of Nintendo Switch 2 consoles were stolen. The Arapahoe County Sheriff's Office says someone broke into a semi-truck carrying the video game consoles.
Come on. I know you're not doing anything right now. Pick up the phone. Yeah, hey, where's that $1.4 million you still owe me for editing?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the middle of it right now. I'm working on it, okay? Talk to you later. Bye. It was still a blast to wait in line with other nerds like myself and see that they have the same feelings that I did before launch. With that being said, though, I am excited to see where the Switch 2 takes us. I love when people call me. I never talk to anyone, so it's nice. Hello? This is he. I'm getting sued by Nintendo? Again?
Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth.
I make $5,000 a month, bitch! I make $5,000 a month!
How will Dylan get out of this one? Will he ever feel the touch of a woman? And is he finally going to repay Editor Josh? Tune in next time on Nostalgia Road.